It is the Thanksgiving Eve here in the Hassle Castle, Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. It's noon. We're live on the air.
Drinksgiving, Jay.
Drinksgiving.
Yeah,
I like that.
You know, this way we don't have to say blackout.
I like
That's
that
way
a
better,
lot.
isn't it?
Yeah. Where'd you find that from?
Oh, I don't know, some post.
Was it really because, like, hey, now you don't have to say...
If you follow, like, the Moline Police Department or something like that, like,
Sure.
they're hilarious on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
They're not bad. So, like, I think it was them.
They said, take it easy today on Drinksgiving.
Yeah.
Because we'll be out and about.
They're going to be out. They're waiting.
Yeah.
They're going to get somebody.
Yeah, you know, a couple things about that. One, it's no longer my type of night. I'm older, Adrian.
Yeah.
Two, you want to know the other person I'm not? I'm going to the Scott County Police Report mugshots person.
You don't want to be on there?
Well, I definitely don't want to be on there. Okay,
you don't want to go look for it.
Yeah, I don't wake up and like.
Yeah, that's not the first thing I do. But if I hear about somebody, I'm like, oh.
It would take me so long to find that page. I have no idea how to do it.
I think all you gotta do is inmate listing Scott County and on Google, and
there it is.
You're right there, bud.
Because I know there are people out there listening.
I am not on camera. Should I be over here?
Oh wait, did I not move right? Okay, you know what I'll do?
I just look down and I can't see me, and you know that's what I pretty much want to do the entire show is look at
myself.
myself.
Of course,
Absolutely.
Why would anyone blame you for that? Yeah, like what I'll do is.
Ooh, I wonder if my euchre game is gonna happen today. They're golfing. These old men are killing me.
What do you mean?
They haven't wanted to play euchre in weeks. They've been working and golfing and working and golfing. Just trying to play a little euchre.
And they don't want to play tonight?
It's more of like an afternoon thing, like 3 o'clock. And
got you all set up now, buddy.
Oh, what a guy, Jay.
Yeah, there it is. No, I get it. Some people like that. I mean, there are people that I know of that are like, hey, they look forward to like first thing on Thanksgiving morning to check that inmate report, see what happened, who got popped. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Oh, I feel bad for anybody.
Yeah, I don't want for that to happen to anyone. So, anyway, yeah, I'm just trying to find some things here that I wanted to print off, but the computer's being...
That's all right. I think we should start about what was going on in that photo of you, Jay.
Oh, listen,
we got to start there, man, right?
So the Sugar Plum Ball was last night. One of the things that kicks off the annual Festival of the Trees. Glad to have it back. Didn't have it last year because of COVID. My daughter's been going to it for years.
Well, look at a huge turnout. Is that common? Is that how many people you usually
Actually, there's usually more.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Look, pretty big. I don't know, just through the Snapchats I've seen.
Yeah.
I know a couple of people that just took their daughters out on this day or that day last year, like out to eat. And
last year, you mean?
Yeah, just
them. We did something last year too. Mm-hmm. So Sugar Plum Ball was there. I was surprised. My daughter's in 6th grade now. That the end is in sight, which is fine.
Okay.
Because it really is like, listen, I don't care who you are. Listen, unless you want to be that guy that's like, nuh-uh. You don't like go over the top and you're like, I can't wait for the Sugar Plum Ball. So much fun. Blah, blah, blah. But then when you get there, it's super cool. You spend the time with your daughter. You have a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. Same thing. You're going through the whole thing and you're like, is this our last year? You're not saying it, out loud, but you're kind of like inferring to it like, hey, is 6th grade your last year? I mean, for certain no matter what, 8th grade's last year, but you're still kind of like, yeah, whatever. But, and everyone kind of says that, it's like a joke to be like, oh, yeah, hopefully this is our last year. But the next year everyone's going to be a blubbering idiot. Be like, I can't believe I can't do it. Because I know, like a year ago looking at memories on Facebook or whatever else. I didn't really post any pictures of us. She, it's all funny. She is, she'll turn 12 next month. Came down. I wasn't around when she bought her dress or anything. And I'm like, what? But I was like, I'm not going to be that dad. Like, oh, put some clothes on or whatever. I was like, oh, that's my little girl. I don't know. I just don't get too emotionally involved. Yeah. Unless Mickey dies in Rocky 3. So, and I don't really take a lot of photos. So, but we took some photos at the thing ahead of time, and it was nice. The other dads. Crazy thing is this. No shocker that I'm the shortest one out of the 4 groups, the 4 sets of daddy daughters, right?
I mean, no, not at all.
And my daughter's the tallest out of the 4 girls.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm just like, it's getting to the point, and she did have heels on. It's getting to the point where I'm like, does she have to stand behind me or whatever? Like, instead of me standing behind her. So the photo, everyone, obviously you can take photos, you can do whatever else. Somewhere along the way, the 2 princesses are there. Ella, you may know her as Cinderella. Okay. I call her Ella. That's her real name.
That's her real name.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is this some old thing?
No,
when they first came out, like where? When,
her real name is Ella.
how long ago?
No, this is real.
But like where?
What do you mean?
Like when Cinderella came out in like the 50s?
Yeah, the real story. It's Ella.
But that doesn't count anymore.
Listen,
That's too
her
old,
name
man.
is Ella.
Cinderella.
Her mean stepsisters called her Cinderella
Gotcha.
because she was always dirty from cleaning the cinder ashes from like the fireplace.
Gotcha.
So Cinderella.
Gotcha.
Anyway, Ella and Belle from Beauty and the
Look at you
Beast.
knowing things.
That's all I know about Disney, by the way. I am not a Disney guy. I've been to Disney World,
Yeah.
and it's cool, but it's just not. And their photo, and I'm like, hey, and I said to him, I'm like, hey, should I take a picture with them? Because there's like, of course, like 5-year-old girls waiting in line to take a picture.
Did you like stand in the line?
I waited till it died down a little bit because I didn't want to like freak anybody out.
You like stand in the middle of the line. You got little girls around you.
Yeah.
In front
You
of
can go ahead. And they're like, no, you go. It looks like you've been standing here for 20 minutes. Like, no. So she was like, at first, my daughter's like, no. And then she knows me well enough. She's like, yeah, go ahead. So I told her what I was going to do. And then I go up to him. I'm like, listen, may I take a photo? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, can we do something fun? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, can you just kind of tug back and forth on my arms, make it look like you're doing a tug of war over me?
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, that sounds great. So I took the photo, had a good time, and then whoever the person ran it, because it's like a business that's like, hey, you can have these princesses at your party or whatever. And the person was like, the lady taking the majority of the photo, she's like, can we keep that photo and use it on our website? And I'm like, you know me.
Even better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that.
You
Tag
can.
me.
Yeah.
Here's my Twitter handle.
Yeah. 100%.
Did you tell me your Twitter handle?
No,
Oh
I
my
didn't do
god.
that.
You
But I was like, then she gives me a business card. I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
Can you at me?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Nice, Jay.
Yeah, you didn't have
Good
to ask
call.
me twice.
Way to take that picture.
So yeah, there's all these great photos of dads with their daughters, and I post one of Ella and Belle.
That's fantastic.
It's on Facebook. You can see it's my own personal one, Foster J. But yeah, it was a good night. I got a little excited for a second because I didn't see the usual DJs.
Okay.
Meaning, like, their playlist is pretty predictable.
Yeah.
It just was a substitute DJ. The playlist was still pretty predictable.
It's
The same slow songs, the same everything else. Yeah.
the science teacher Gary.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
out here playing.
But a great
Kids
time.
Bop.
Yeah, a great time had by all people. I
Was
mean,
it now? That's what I call music volume 67 or something.
it
like
was. It's a little bit in and out of there. Like, I don't know. I feel like he played House of Pain Jump Around a little too early though. That's usually the one I really get excited about. But she's older. I don't have to be on the dance floor taking care of her. She's running around with friends. Usually I'm there dancing for like 2 straight hours. And I looked at a memory from Facebook or whatever else from 2015, and I wrote on there, just did my first cha-cha slide, and apparently I'm amazing at it.
that.
So
Atta boy.
yeah, but I did not
Cha-cha
do it.
slides are fun.
I did not do it this year.
Why
So-
not?
I let her be with her friends. She was like, she did what listen, she is going to be the perfect formal date in high school. She was like, slow song comes, meet me on the dance floor, go back to the dads. And I was like, deal. I like where
Done.
your head's at. Yeah. So it was like every time. And then she would just be sitting there waiting. I'm like, all right, dance for this one? Yeah. And I'm like, do you want me to stick around? She'd be like, no, you can go. I'd go back and
See ya.
yeah. So it worked out great. That's exactly what that's what a good wedding date is. You know, if you can have someone who's social enough to be able to talk to the other dates. You just went to a wedding recently
Yeah.
that you didn't know a lot of people, but
Yeah.
you're social.
Yeah, I was talking to people.
Yeah.
I'd have known a lot more people than I thought I was going to know.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
wasn't
you just be
hard.
like, listen, go be social. Boom, make it back here when you know it's time. Just listen to the music. Let the music be the cue. Be back here. I loved it. Great. Good job. Good job, had by all.
Good. Glad you had a good time, man.
I know. So festival tree weather was fine. It didn't rain or anything like that. So it was good. Missed out on a few things though. Missed out on some Tuesday night action. Not like I was really going to pay attention too much about Western Michigan and Northern Illinois or Ball State and Buffalo, but
Oh, football?
yeah,
Oh, they played football last
they
night?
did. Both teams covered.
Oh,
They were
really?
favored to win. Yeah.
Huh.
Western Michigan beat Northern Illinois. They're favored to win, even though Northern Illinois has already locked up the MAC title game. They're resting people, and then Buffalo or Ball State is the one that covered the other one. But that was about it as far as like sports goes. We have some other things to talk about, but we do
Gonzaga
have
covered.
huh?
Gonzaga covered.
Gonzaga covered. There
The
you go.
Lakers covered.
So I did have some friends in the gambling world, and they're like, "I'm leaning towards UCLA," and I was like, "Do not do that.
Oh.
Do not." And they were like, "Oh, why not?" And Actually, I got caught up in the sugar plum ball thing that I didn't get the bet in either. But I was like, do not do that. Yeah. Go Zags. And I did not see a lot of it. I do know that, am I saying this right? Drew Timmy, the player for Gonzaga, is like favored to be player of the year. It sounds like he may have been acted a little douchey on the court.
Did he? I didn't see the game.
I didn't either. So that was a text that I was getting. So I just have to take their words for it. So. But we got a big weekend, Thanksgiving. We will not be on the air tomorrow. Obviously, we won't be here on Friday. So we do have all the games to look at, take a look at the spreads, what we like, what we see, any line movements that we see moving that are important, kind of like a Bears line movement.
Is that line? Oh, yeah, because Boyle's going to play, right? Yeah. Where did that line move to?
I think the Bears are actually favored now.
Weren't they favored at the beginning?
No. I'm completely different. Sorry. The Iowa line movement. That's the big deal.
Yeah, that changed.
I was favored now -1. I'm sorry, not the Bears. The Bears is another thing that I'm going to talk to you later about because we need to take a look at where the money is going and whatnot.
Gotcha.
And what to stick with. There are some trends on Thanksgiving that are kind of interesting because we're going to look at those 3 games and more. Now, Iowa is favored going into this game. I don't know if that's the right side of that.
How comfortable do you feel playing a quarterback you've never seen before?
The only tape you're going to have on him is against Fordham.
This one that's coming in?
Yeah. He has, I don't know, let me get, if I say he's 7 of 14, then he's 7 of 11. If I say he's 7 of 11, he's 7 of 18. I don't care. I don't know.
Right around there.
Maybe about 113 yards, maybe about 70 rushing yards on 13 carries that we've seen. So, roughly 3 yards a carry.
Yeah.
He's a true freshman.
Had a lot more practice since then.
Yeah, he's from Alabama. And that's the only real tape you're going to have on him. But both of the freshmen are taking snaps for Nebraska. You would like this game to be in Kinnick more because of the crowd getting involved. Now, I don't know how much because there was not a very big crowd for last week's game. So, we'll see how Iowa travels to this.
I think it'd be good travel.
I'm still very cautious about this game.
Padilla starting?
Padilla is starting, yeah. But I am still very cautious about this game. I never really feel that. I mean, it's always last game of the year in Nebraska. It kind of feels like it always feels like Nebraska's kind of like bookended with, hey, they're in the top 20 because they're Nebraska, and then the end of the season, it's like, well, this is a big game for them because it's Iowa. Where at the beginning of the season, they would be like, oh, they're already going to be locked up to be in the Big Ten championship, so the Iowa game doesn't matter. You know, the look-ahead line on this probably would have been about where it's at now. I would assume Nebraska probably would have been favored in the look-ahead line on this. I mean, before the season, but I don't know what difference this makes with Martinez out, and that just makes it interesting. You know, Frost has made some changes in coaching personnel, and the last thing I want to see, I don't want to go into the weekend like having this bitter taste in my mouth, but the last thing I want to see is to end the season the way it is, and we have another type of like offensive play calling thing where we're all scratching our heads and saying like, what happened here? What is everybody seeing? And I know they're all armchair quarterbacks or whatever else. What's everyone else seeing that Brian Ferentz isn't seeing, Coach Ferentz isn't seeing? You know?
Yeah.
I don't want that break.
I don't want us to look like we're lost again.
Yeah.
And just look like we can't move the ball.
I'd rather they won.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you win pretty. I don't care if it's a blowout. I hope it's a blowout.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care if it's a last-second field goal. And I hope Wisconsin loses. And I hope then everyone can just bitch and complain about how they're just going to get rolled in the Big Ten championship game, which is going to be decided this weekend. Who's going to represent the East?
Yeah, that's another big game.
We're going to talk about that as well. You got to like Ohio State.
Yeah, how do you not?
It's just a no-brainer right now. I think listen, all eyes are going to be on C.J. Stroud, and this is going to be the one where he wins. He locks up the Heisman, in my opinion. So I don't. But there's that in a lot of like we talked about when we did Guess the Lines. There's a lot. This is the hardest win for Survivor this week. We said that before I think week 9. We said that keep an eye on week 12, and all these lines are relatively close.
A couple guys were complaining to me last night about how they just don't even want to bet this weekend because they just have no idea how even to take this. I'm like, well, that's not going to happen. I'm like, I know you two. You guys going to be betting.
Yeah. I will tell you this. For some reason, traditionally on Thanksgiving, the favorites actually cover.
Okay.
I like 2 of the favorites to cover. 1 I do not.
I'll talk you into it.
You'll talk me into it.
I don't even know which one it is yet.
No, I flipped.
You flipped.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm going to stick with Tim Boyle in the Lions to cover.
Well, that
outright.
makes no sense.
No, they're
oh,
not
you
gonna
like
do
the
that.
other two?
No, okay. I like the Bears to cover the spread.
Yeah.
I like Buffalo to cover the spread.
That's
I
a
like
6 now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
But that's kind of goofy. Got to keep your eye on that. And I like Las Vegas with the points.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at right now. There's an interesting stat, and it is, I'll have to pull it up. I'm going to give you just a number, but I'm going to come back with it. That's even better. Teams favored on the road against Detroit since like 2005 are really at a 77% against the spread, something like that, 77%. For some reason, even though Detroit is every year, they know they're going to be playing on Thanksgiving, the road team favorite still covers.
Really?
Yeah, it's at a ridiculous amount.
All right.
So that's how I got talked into that.
Okay.
I do think that Andy Dalton is a better quarterback than Tim Boyle.
I would think so.
I do think that he, even though it's his first year, he knows the offense probably better than Tim Boyle knows the Lions offense. First year coach, but I mean, he's got to prove his $10 million.
Yeah.
So.
I think we're looking at a 10-point game here.
Huh?
I think we're looking at a 10-point game here. I think the Bears are going to win by like 10.
Yeah, I think they cover. So that's going to be, and that's what 11:30 kickoff.
Yeah, that's the first game of the day.
Look at that. Start making money before noon.
You ain't lying.
Who doesn't like that? But
I did today. If you see me blow up over here, it's because Michigan State doesn't win.
in basketball right now?
Yep.
Why aren't you sending me these before time?
I don't know.
Don't send them after and brag about how you're
Why
winning.
would I want to send them before? Then I'm dumb if I lose.
I don't know.
There's plenty I
Listen,
don't send you.
listen.
I told you this. I said there's plenty I don't send you. I just feel good.
Listen to me. The text will never be, "You dummy." It will be following, meaning I'm on board. Yep,
I'm
following. Yep,
following.
I got it. Yep, it took me. And that text will take like all of 6 minutes before it comes back. It will just say following.
We have a little group chat on our Snapchat. So some buddies of mine that kind of talk about just sports betting in general. And we just all constantly call each other dumb.
That's the beauty of it, though, and that's exactly what Vegas wants us to do. Let's take a look at that more. I do have a trivia question for you, and this one is not an easy one. Okay?
Okay.
And we're going to take a look at that and some more, because it's kind of fun to look at and make guesses, though. Adam's busy. He had some things to do. He might try to make it in, but I thought it'd be fun to have you guys go through this, but we'll do it anyway. The United States women's national team, the soccer team, all right, is considered the best team, either an amateur, that would include collegiate, or professional, during Donald Trump's presidential term, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess the best team during Barack Obama's term, George W. Bush's term, and Bill Clinton's term?
These professional teams?
There's professional, college, or amateur, whatever else. Yep. Obviously, it's not going to be like, Western Wendell, and they won 5 state titles this time. You know what I'm saying? We all know it. So it can be college, obviously, because U.S. Women's national team was there. That would be considered your amateur or professional. So we'll take a look at all the other ones, but just give me Barack Obama's, and we'll give you the terms. All right, 2009 to 2017.
Mm-hmm.
George W. Bush, 2001 to 2009, and Bill Clinton, 1993 to 2001.
Gotcha.
All right, give me the best teams during those terms. We'll look at that and more when we come back here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah!
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip. We are the twins from our bar Davenport.
And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
On ESPN 1170 AM.
Back by popular demand, Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sell-out audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show will rock you.
Coming to the Tag Slayer Center March 19th. Tickets are on sale now at the Tag Slayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
Everyone, let's go!
Casey's new share pack has a whole lot of good. A large Casey's pizza, cheesy breadsticks, and a delicious brookie dessert, all made to share for just $19.99. Because good things are better shared. Like good stories.
He's been in my pocket the whole time.
Good games.
Yeah!
And especially good food.
Hey, save some for me.
Introducing the new Casey's Share Pack. A large single-topping pizza, cheesy breadsticks, and a brookie dessert, all for just $19.99. Ask for the Casey's Share Pack or order in the app. Casey's, here for good.
So good!
'Twas the season of cheer, and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike touched his soul without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out. This Black Friday, get the original Peloton bike at our best holiday price ever, $1,495. All access memberships separate. Terms apply. See website for details.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's.
Today's topic, Black Friday.
The best day of the year.
And Kohl's always has the best deals. I'm for sure getting a coffee maker for my sister and a new blender for me.
A little self-gifting, huh?
Yep. I saw some super soft bedding, too. My mom will love it.
Ooh, sounds cozy.
There's even an extra 15% off, and you can get Kohl's cash.
Oh, so you can go back for more.
You know it. Select styles. Offers end November 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The masters of comfort and efficiency. Call Precision Air for your furnaces, geothermal units, humidifiers, and indoor air products. Temperatures can turn quickly, and indoor air quality is more important than ever. Call Precision Air to see how they can help keep your home warm, clean, safe, and efficient this winter. Call Precision Air today to schedule your fall furnace tune-up or an estimate on their indoor air quality products. With the best brands and warranty in the industry and 0% financing, call Precision Air today. Precision Air will be right there.
I'm Ryan Radke with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. 11 weeks into the season, we have our first coach firing. The Giants parting ways with offensive coordinator Jason Garrett Tuesday. New York has the 8th worst scoring offense in the NFL, averaging just 18.9 points per game. Andy Dalton will take over quarterbacking duties in Chicago. Bears head coach Matt Nagy says the Red Rifle will start for the injured Justin Fields Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Second overall pick Zach Wilson will resume starting duties for the Jets Sunday against the Texans after missing the past 4 games with a knee injury. Wilson's backup, however, is up in the air as the Jets place quarterbacks Joe Flacco and Mike White on the reserve COVID list. The Titans made a swap of veterans on Tuesday. They released running back Adrian Peterson after 3 games while signing receiver Golden Tate to their practice squad. And the Texans made a move, releasing former Pro Bowl running back Philip Lindsay. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's not just boughs of holly that are going to deck your halls this holiday season. It's you decking the whole house with outdoor lights and holiday decor from the Home Depot. Fill your yard with Yuletide treasure like a hand-painted LED reindeer sculpture. Want to build a snowman? You can, with our 6-foot sparkling snowman covered in lights. You can even pair it with a Disney inflatable spin. You know, from the movie your kids still watch 3 times a day. 'Tis the season to make things jolly, and the Home Depot has everything you need to make the holidays yours. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Velvety paper feel, exquisite colors, the stunning scale of a massive storefront banner. At Staples, we sweat the details and quality of every print project. It's what we call our Print Big Promise. We're not only committed to getting your print job right, we're committed to treating your small business like a big deal, to bringing your ideas to life and giving you guidance from start to finish. Stop by Staples today and try our Print Big Promise. You'll be glad you did. Staples, where small business prints big.
Download our app today and listen to sports from anywhere in the world. This is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Okay, welcome back here, ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us local. We heard from the Twins before we went to break. Want to remind you about the R-Bar. They're going to have a special gathering for the game on Friday, Iowa versus Nebraska at Nebraska. But I also remind you to text R-Bar to get exclusive offers and updates sent straight to your phone. That's the R-Bar Text Club. So text R-Bar to 1-833-302-2216 or visit texrbar.com to also receive event announcements like the one they're going to have on Friday, new recipes and content giveaway, contests and giveaways. And, they have that special. I think you can probably still get it for the wines that you get if you're going to those things. Something Adrian and I talked about. You're going to have these
great gift.
White elephant parties or
Absolutely.
whatever else where you bring a bottle of wine and go. Did I ever tell you that I stocked up on this beforehand? Because, I'm a popular guy. But
something's out there. If somebody's out there who wants to buy me a gift, this is where you go.
I mean, they get invited to these white elephant parties.
What, white elephant parties?
That's where
I
you're
usually
going to
make
get
up something. I don't have to go.
I would, yeah.
That totally is.
Like I said, I'm a popular guy. I anticipated this. There was some point during the summer that our friends at the Hy-Vee over there in Devils Glen and Bettendorf, they had this thing where it was like, I'm pretty sure they needed to get rid of it. They were like, hey, if you buy a 12-pack of Truly, you can have for free a 12-pack of Truly iced tea packages or whatever else. Mix and match, where it's got like lemon iced tea, peach iced tea, strawberry, whatever else. These are truly disgusting.
Yeah, they're not.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just would buy them all the time. If I'd get a 12-pack, I'm like, well, this deal's still going on. So I have like 3 in my garage just sitting there waiting for a white elephant party, and there I show up. Here's my white elephant gift.
It's a perfect gift.
Yeah. No one wants that.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Yeah. It was free. If it's free, it's me. That's my slogan.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So but all that stuff's going to happen. White elephant, ugly. I'm over the ugly sweater parties. Mm-hmm. All of it. I'm just an old man now. I just want to stay home.
Hey, I'm right behind you. Let me tell you.
Stay home and watch Succession. That's it. By the way, get someone go. I like Succession. I'm not like glued to it because I'm trying to catch up. But it's more hit than miss. And if you get someone who watches Succession, the first response is great effing show, and then they want to talk to you about it forever. And you're like, I don't know too much about it.
I just watch it.
I fall asleep a lot of times, and then I try to rewind back to where it is. But they're like, oh, no, you can't fall asleep. You love it. All right, I gave you the trivia question.
Ooh, you remembered.
I did.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I said that it's considered that the U.S. women's national team was the best team during President Trump's term. So I said, could you guess what would be considered the best team during the terms of the previous 3 presidents? So that would be in Barack Obama between 2009 and 2017. Don't look, Adrian.
I can't read that far.
George W. Bush between 2001 and 2009. And Bill Clinton 1993 to 2001. So Donald Trump is considered that U.S. women's national team was the best team from 2017 to 21.
Okay.
What would be considered the best team during the Barack Obama term from 2009 to 2017?
UConn women's basketball team?
It probably should be.
How is it not? That's why I honestly right away. That's why I asked if we could use colleges or not. Are they just doing professional teams?
This is by Axial Sports. It's not like based on anything like that. Gosh, that's a good argument, and it's not going to make the list. I think this was just like the women's national team. They were doing it because this thing was just anything else. No, there's not UConn. No, there's no other women's sports named on any of this list.
Well, that's too bad.
I know.
That
That's
should
a
be
great
the winner,
guess.
right? That's. I feel
That's
like
a good guess. That's a good one.
Is it the Patriots?
It's not.
That was just what somebody else guessed. I thought it was going to be UConn women's basketball, hands down.
Alabama Crimson Tide.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. George W. Bush, 2001 to 2009.
Is that the Patriots?
That is the Patriots. Very good. Bill Clinton, 1993 to 2001.
Is that the Bulls?
It is the Bulls.
It's got to be the Bulls.
I know. That's right. That was fun.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
women's Alabama's good. I get it, but I think the UConn definitely.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I mean, they had like a streak of. I think they were up there with UCLA. All right. George Bush only had 4 years, one term from 1989 to 1993. Do you have any guess for that one?
When?
George H.W. Bush, 1989 to 1993.
Who was good at what then?
College basketball.
Syracuse? I have no idea.
Everyone's favorite Duke Blue Devils.
Oh, okay.
Ronald Reagan, 81 through 89.
Yeah, these things don't really exist to me.
I know they don't. I'll give you basketball. Because they would have won the NBA title in
Celtics?
81. And they
Lakers?
would have won it, yes. 87, 88, I believe.
That's pretty much the only basketball teams in the 80s.
Huh?
I said that's pretty much the only basketball teams I know about in the 80s.
Yeah, it's the Lakers. Jimmy Carter, the most the best team during his term. He only had one term, was the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gerald Ford, 74 to 77. That's a one term. Cincinnati Reds. Nixon, 69 74. Bruins. And then Celtics have the Kennedys, short Kennedy era, and the Johnson as well. So that's just kind of interesting that they had that set up like that.
Fun little list.
Huh?
That's a fun list.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I would like to see like how they came up with it, because it is kind of subjective. Just be like, well, it's just the best team. Here you go. But that's Kendall usually does a pretty good job at.
I feel like they started with the
actual
women
sports.
and they just went all to men right afterwards. They're like, we're gonna start here.
Honestly,
We're
today
gonna grab your attention.
The newsletter one that I'm reading is just so like women's soccer heavy. I don't even know where it came from, why it's got to be a big deal. And basically, it's just because there's going to be some changes coming up for the NWSL and U.S. Women's National Team. So they have collective bargaining agreements coming up. So they're basically saying, so the National Women's Soccer League Player Association is going to negotiate its first ever CBA this offseason, which comes on the heels of scandal-ridden campaign that exposed the need for cultural and structural change. And the national team is also negotiating a new CBA. So I guess that's why they did it. So maybe they just had that in there. But speaking of a CBA, it may sound crazy to you to say December 2nd. You'd be like, that's so far away. That's so next month. But really, it's next week.
Oh, wow. It is next week.
That's right.
The 2nd, December is here.
Mm-hmm. So we have to look at what's going on for when it comes to Major League Baseball and the CBA. What do the players want? What are we going to be focused on here? All right. So that's the date when the current collective bargaining agreement expires, December 1st. So at December 2nd, they could start the lockout. The CBA is what governs nearly every aspect of the working relationship between the players and the team owners in the MLB. Like we said, it could mean a lockout. It's expected that the owners will lock out the players on December 1st or December 2nd until the new CBA is figured out. And it could end before the start of the 2022 season, but it could always end up impacting the season, which is what we don't want. Because you were younger. I remember 94. People still are bitter about that, and that's years ago. People really got upset about that. And it depends on where you fall on that. I mean, some people are just like, oh, the players are selfish, the owners are selfish. So, according to MLB Dan Perry, this is what the players are looking for: a reinvigorated free agency. So one way to change the current slow-developing free agent markets is to lower the threshold for free agency. Altering what equals a year of time in the league could be one way to make this happen. So that would be basically the Super 2 coming up, right?
Yeah. Where they keep you down for a little bit longer to get you longer.
Shorter timeline for younger players getting paid. The current salary structure puts more value on tenure than capability. And even though younger players tend to perform better than older players, they're paid less. Increasing the minimum salary could bring in more money for the younger players. And then tanking incentives. Players want owners to be competitive. Changing the way draft order is determined so that teams don't get a better draft position for having a bad season would be a start. How do you do that?
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, you do a lottery system?
But is it kind of like how the NBA do it? You can still tank, but you can still get thrown in the lottery.
But everyone still says it's rigged every year.
Yeah.
I mean,
it looks rigged every year.
I know. Everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's really no win because no matter what, there's going to be like some type of conspiracy to be like, oh yeah, well, the Yankees had a 1 in 100 shot because they didn't make the playoffs, and look at this. Now they got the first overall pick, which is so different in Major League Baseball because it takes years for them to come back up.
It really does.
And it's like
it is helpful. Don't get me wrong. Who doesn't want a number 1 pick?
Yeah.
But some of those guys never pan out.
So it is just kind of like there's just a whole lot of what to do, and a whole lot of that people are going to be like, they're just selfish. I can't believe this happened. Why are we dealing with this? Blah blah blah. So I don't know. I hope that they can avoid it.
I think they'll avoid missing the start of the season.
Oh, one more thing. The where am I at here? Before we move over, the NFL Communications has released early Pro Bowl voting by fans. Which, by the way, have you ever voted in a Pro Bowl?
No.
Ending for it ends. Voting for this ends Monday at Monday, December 20th at 6:00. Huh?
When did it start?
Just just not too long ago.
I wish they would do like a middle of the year All-Star game. Maybe like a 7-on-7.
Yeah. You can go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl vote until Thursday, December 16th.
I didn't even know there was a vote. I thought
Rosters
they had.
Announced. Yeah, there's a fan version of it.
I thought they were had 2 captains and they drafted their teams.
I think that's NBA. The thing is, no one cares.
Yeah.
It's like the worst part about it is these people get these players get awarded to these games and then they don't play, but they get it in their contract. Like if you get it, if you're named to the Pro Bowl, you get a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like, I'm not going to go. So the next person up gets it too, because even though they're not voted in.
That's a good way to look after each other.
Can you guess what the top 5 votes getters are?
Right now?
Yes.
Derrick Henry.
Not in the top 5.
Oh, really? I thought he'd still be up there. Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Lamar Jackson.
No, not a single quarterback.
I'm terrible at this. Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor is your number 1 vote getter with 81,087 votes. Then it goes wide receiver, tight end, defensive end, cornerback.
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce is your tight end at number 3 with 79,910 votes.
And the wide receiver.
The wide receiver is?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Good job. 80,673 votes. Right on the heels of Jonathan Taylor.
Tight end is Watt.
You already said tight end. Defensive end.
Our defensive end is Watt?
No. Cleveland Browns.
Oh, Myles Garrett.
Yep. And then the cornerback from the Dallas Cowboys.
Micah Parsons.
No, he's a linebacker. Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs.
The most votes by team. It's pretty. It's the usual suspects, kind of. 3 out of the 5 are the usual suspects, I would say. Dallas Cowboys are have the most votes by team. Then the Patriots. The Rams, I get it. I think. Kansas City Chiefs, I see, and then Baltimore Ravens. I don't see any votes. So right now, your starting quarterbacks, according to the votes, leading by position. Who do you think is the leading quarterback for votes in the AFC?
In the AFC?
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen.
Yep. In the NFC?
Dak Prescott.
No. Good guess, though. No.
Kyler Murray.
No. Come on.
Joe Burrow.
No, NFC.
Stafford. I'm sorry. Stafford.
No. Come on.
Rodgers?
No, it's Tom Terrific.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm way off there.
Yeah, well, you told you that Jonathan Taylor has got the most votes, so he's the number 1 running back in the AFC. Who's the number 1 running back in the NFC?
Cook.
No.
McCaffrey.
No, he's been injured.
No, but he's still a fan vote.
I know. It's a good point. I can't believe they actually vote on fullbacks. I mean, I really can't.
Who's the running back for the NFC?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, okay.
But the numbers are low, so it's split. Like all the guys you're talking about are just there. They do have fullbacks. Are they going to be running fullbacks in the Pro Bowl? Like they barely wear pads.
Make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, make the Pro Bowl. Cooper Kupp is the number one there. Do you know? Guess who's number one in the AFC for wide receivers?
Is it?
This is all ridiculous.
Is it Tommy from Cincinnati? What's his name? The rookie?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Good call. Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Yeah. It's fan vote.
Travis Kelce in Kansas City. Who's the number one tight end in the NFC?
Hawkinson.
Good guess, but no. And it's not Kittle. This is the one where I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, I get it. He's had one good game, but.
What's that guy from? No. I have no
Say
idea.
it.
I have no idea.
Kyle Pitts, Atlanta, the rookie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it's a fan vote.
Yeah.
They like the young guys.
They look at it like, I remember that name. Like all the other ones are like, Kittle, I think he's been hurt. Hawkinson, he's over. And then they're like, I remember Kyle Pitts. Oh, that's
he's
great.
Supposed to be awesome. He's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, I remember hearing his name. Someone liked him a lot. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, last night, the college football playoff rankings were the 4th edition of the college football playoff rankings were announced. Did they get it right?
I guess.
Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Alabama 3, Cincinnati 4.
I mean, can you argue with it?
I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, why? It just,
I believe there was somebody.
Who else do you want in there? That's what I want to know. That's why if anybody's mad at these 4, you got your Cincinnati in there. So I mean.
But yesterday we said we thought we could see Michigan go in there, just because they would say, well, they're going to play each other anyway, so don't worry about Cincinnati. It all is going to it all work itself out.
So Michigan beats Ohio State this week.
Yeah.
What happens?
Oh, if Michigan beats Ohio State?
Does it go Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State? And Cincinnati gets bumped?
2-loss team over 11-0 team. You can't do that. Ohio State's got to be on the outside looking in.
Be at 5.
The precedent. That's a really weird precedent because the precedent's set now that a 2-loss team is not in the top 4.
Okay.
And now you can't get Alabama if Alabama loses.
Yeah. But you're not having it without Alabama. You know they're not having it without Alabama. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Michigan beats Ohio State this weekend. So then it goes Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, Cincinnati, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan loses to Iowa in the Big Ten championship.
Which, of course, Ohio State's back in. Yeah, you don't. We've already proven this. We've already proven you don't have to win your conference championship game because you can go through many YouTubes of Saban saying, "Well, you need to win it to get in," and then the next year Saban doesn't even get in the SEC championship. He's like, "You don't need to win it to get in." So that's it. They've flipped on that so many times. So, yeah. So Ohio State gets back in. Michigan's out. And you got a 2-loss team in there. Notre Dame will sneak its way in there. You have to watch for Oklahoma State as well. But let's see. After that,
Oklahoma State plays Oklahoma. I think they can win that game.
That's this weekend, right? Mm-hmm. Bedlam? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they win that game, that's decent.
Alabama's probably going to beat Auburn. No Bo Nix.
Okay.
Georgia's going to just kill Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the rest of this. Yeah, so they got their last game. It's Auburn. You're right. Alabama.
What's East Carolina done this year? They put up points.
The Pirates or the Raiders? What are they?
They played the last game against Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
They can score.
Cincinnati should be in, and they are going to just get boat raced by Georgia if they stay at the 4. They're going to get boat raced by any of them.
Are we looking at this final? You think this is exactly what it'll be? Okay, let's say it stays right here. Everybody wins this weekend, hands down.
And Ohio State goes in.
Ohio State wins the Big Ten championship.
But what about
we got Georgia and Alabama. So then,
but Georgia beats Alabama in the SEC championship.
Then does Cincinnati go to 3, and then where's Washington rematch right away in the college playoff? Georgia, Alabama.
Oh, that's terrible. That's what has to happen. Alabama can't. You cannot not keep Alabama there at 3 after a loss. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I think that's where it goes. And you've got the incredible storyline there, Georgia, Alabama. We're going to do it again. You know, so nice we had to do it twice.
Yep.
And then you've got Ohio State and Cincinnati, the Battle of Ohio.
Yeah.
Great semifinals. People are going to watch it. Ohio State, you're going to turn off after the first half.
Yeah.
But you're watching that Georgia Alabama game and then turning around and watching that line when Georgia wins and or Alabama, but more likely Georgia and Ohio State's a 7-point dog. 2 losses, though. You don't think Notre Dame sneaks in there?
I don't.
I don't think so either. Let's see. Where are these guys at anyway? At Stanford this weekend. And I can just see him getting in there. And this more and more, like, you know, I know I mentioned Duke Blue Devils earlier, and I like polarizing topics. Mm-hmm. Notre Dame football is a very polarizing topic. Majority of people, like, either love him or hate him, and I've always been on the fence. But when we get to this, like, I can't stand the fact that they're at 10-1, and there's going to be someone that's going to try and argue that Notre Dame should be in the Final Four for the playoff rankings.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's gonna happen. Oklahoma State, on the other hand, they beat Oklahoma
and win the Big 12 championship game.
And the Big 12 has been, well, except for Oklahoma, it's Pac-12 that gets snubbed all the time. And where's Utah at in this? Utah and Oregon still have to play each other again. Probably. Well, I mean, they probably will face. Utah's 8-3 though. Oregon's 9-2. They're not getting in there. So Pac-12 is going to be on the outside looking in again. That is going to be interesting, though, if you do that. The Ohio State-Michigan one, I just don't see that coming. If Harbaugh can finally do it, hats off to him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and kick and scream and be like, oh, this sucks. Because, you know, like when Iowa, you know, the woodshed to Ohio State, and everyone's like they think everyone's just supposed to lay down for a team any given Saturday. Be like, well, you ruin our chance for national championship or whatnot type of thing. I would never do that. I think that's, even if it wouldn't knock anyone out, but Michigan would propel themselves up there. I think it would be good for Harbaugh. Maybe it's the time enough that I've had enough of him being kicked when he's down type of thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I've watched Ohio State as of late, and you can throw out that Oregon game. That's why you play hard games in the beginning of the season or whatever else, and then you build back your reputation. Ohio State's really good.
Yeah.
And I think they will be 7-point dogs, and I don't think that's the right call to make.
In the national championship?
Yeah, I think it's better to go the other way. So, all right, let's take a break here. When we come back, let's look at those Turkey Day games and see what we like. If we like any
gobble gobble.
Yeah, if we like any games out there to bet to invest your money in, is so we like to say.
I don't want to hear what your favorite Thanksgiving food is, Jay.
You do want to hear that?
Yep. We'll talk about that too.
People love to talk about that stuff.
You know they do.
I know.
Give the people what they want, Jay.
We've done it. Yeah, I will definitely oblige that. Thanksgiving, yeah, we will talk about Thanksgiving then. All right, when we come back, ESPN 1170 AM, Don't Hassle Us for Local.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip.
We are the twins from Arbor, Davenport. And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
On ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't hassle us.
It's Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021, and it's a great time to update your appliances. We offer America's favorite brands, including Whirlpool, Amana, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Criterion. Check out the huge in-stock selection to take home today at the lowest prices. Upgrade to new, energy-efficient appliances and save now during Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021. Good until November 24th. Savings or mail-in rebate, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Don't wait to put an end to junk sleep. Shop Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale and wake up a better you. Save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $4.99 value. Or save up to 50% on Black Friday doorbusters like Sealy and more. And you can shop with confidence with our low price guarantee. Unjunk your sleep. Only at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. See details at mattressfirm.com.
It's Black Friday now at JCPenney. Hurry and shop thousands of the merriest Black Friday deals while they last. Make spirits bright with up to 75% off fine jewelry. Get innovative with sharper image gifts now up to 50% off. Plus, take home kitchen appliances for $7.99 each after $10 mail-in rebate. Score these deals and more all week long before they're gone. Happy Black Friday, JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 11/22 through 11/28. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door. You get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
Churches is adding Applewood smoked Texas cut bacon to our all-white meat chicken sandwich. Yep, these two are best flavors forever. Try our new Texas cut bacon chicken sandwiches today. Churches, bringing that down home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
I'm Ryan Radke with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. 11 weeks into the season, we have our first coach firing. The Giants parting ways with offensive coordinator Jason Garrett Tuesday. New York has the 8th worst scoring offense in the NFL, averaging just 18.9 points per game. Andy Dalton will take over quarterbacking duties in Chicago. Bears head coach Matt Nagy says the Red Rifle will start for the injured Justin Fields Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Second overall pick Zach Wilson will resume starting duties for the Jets Sunday against the Texans after missing the past 4 games with a knee injury. Wilson's backup, however, is up in the air as the Jets place quarterbacks Joe Flacco and Mike White on the reserve COVID list. The Titans made a swap of veterans on Tuesday. They released running back Adrian Peterson after 3 games while signing receiver Golden Tate to their practice squad. And the Texans made a move, releasing former Pro Bowl running back Philip Lindsay. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's not just boughs of holly that are going to deck your halls this holiday season. It's you decking the whole house with outdoor lights and holiday decor from the Home Depot. Fill your yard with Yuletide treasure like a hand-painted LED reindeer sculpture. Want to build a snowman? You can, with our 6-foot sparkling snowman covered in lights. You can even pair it with a Disney inflatable spin. You know, from the movie your kids still watch 3 times a day. 'Tis the season to make things jolly, and the Home Depot has everything you need to make the holidays yours. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Velvety paper feel, exquisite colors, the stunning scale of a massive storefront banner. At Staples, we sweat the details and quality of every print project. It's what we call our Print Big Promise. We're not only committed to getting your print job right, we're committed to treating your small business like a big deal, to bringing your ideas to life and giving you guidance from start to finish. Stop by Staples today and try our Print Big Promise. You'll be glad you did. Staples, where small business prints big.
We're talking all things football, from your backyard to the pros. All things gridiron are covered right here. This is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
We're back here, ESPN 1170 AM. I'm feverishly trying to figure out here where I can find where the public money is going for these bets here. I don't know why I can't find that the way I used to. because that's what I want to look at. I want to see where the public money's at because I just had Adrian listen to a portion of the podcast while we were off the air from the favorites hosted by Chad Milliman and bringing up where the public bets. So what does it say? Since 2005, 24-7 against the spread when the public's at 57% or more on money. That's the thing I like to see. All right, I can pull this up. So if the public is at 57% or more, and when I say the public, that means the bets, the tickets sold, not the handle. The handle is the money. That's where the pros are going with this. So I did pull up, thanks to our friends at Vegas Sports Insider Network. They're going to take a look at where some of the money is going this week. 24-7 at 77% since 2005. The Bears are -3. So what we're going to be looking at is we're going to look at the first 3 games for tomorrow, and then we'll also look at some of the games for over the weekend, what we like to do. I like where the Bears are at here.
Yeah, I think you can be pretty confident in this game here.
4-6 against the spread. Detroit is 6-4 against the spread.
And Detroit wouldn't have covered last week if Swift didn't break a 60-yard run.
Is Goff going to be the starting quarterback?
From what I saw, it's not. I'm going to look into that though right now.
Does it make a difference to you?
Yes, I think it does.
Okay.
I don't know why Goff's out though. Do you know if he hurt?
He's out. I don't know. I can't remember. I know I read it earlier today when I was at the gym and sauna, and I forget. So
I just saw I think something on Facebook, so I can't really guarantee that I know for sure. But
this is supposed to be one of those things where actually you would think the public would run to Detroit because they think there's turmoil because of the Nagy thing, like he's going to be fired type of thing. And no Fields. But it's not. Both the handle and the bets are coming in at 57%. Do you think there'll be a hook on this soon? Do you think that the public won't push it this way, right?
No.
The average bettor probably would take the Lions, though, and think like, oh, they're in turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still on the Bears, and I'm Bears to cover.
Does it change in you, or does it change if Goff plays? Do you still like the Bears?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It really doesn't. Listen, Dalton's a competent quarterback. He's just as good as Goff is.
Yeah.
And David Montgomery's back.
Yeah, I like that.
They run the ball well, the Bears do.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just do that? Control the ball. Don't give it to them. Don't let Tim Boyle beat you, and don't let Jared Goff beat you. Don't give him the ball.
Seems like a pretty easy thing to me. No, I agree with you. I think we're looking at a 10-point game with who is it, Boyle or David Blah, however you say it.
Yeah,
how you would say his last name. But I think it's a 7-point game easy with Goff as well.
So the afternoon game, Raiders and Cowboys.
Did you see that? Was it Mike McCarthy and somebody higher up they're upset about Amari Cooper and
what's that?
Because he's not vaccinated, basically, and they're like, well, you're putting us all in harm.
Yeah.
Will this start affecting free agency for people when they start going out for free agency? If they're not vaccinated, do you think they'll get less money or less years or?
Oh my God, I hope not. Because that'll be something more to do with the CBA. They'll get the Players Association involved in that.
It also affects you, though. Like, it's going to affect your team. Just how we said are you just injury prone right away when you're not vaccinated? You almost have to be, because if you miss 2 or 3 games every year.
No Amari Cooper.
CeeDee Lamb, maybe?
No CeeDee Lamb.
No CeeDee Lamb.
From what I understand. Vegas has not looked right since the whole Henry Ruggs thing. But I still like it. 7.5 from our friends at Elite Sportsbook. And some of the industry, we're seeing it +8. This is the one where I like the Raiders here. If Carr just manages to not throw dumb interceptions on his side of the field, it's a different story.
Looks like CeeDee Lamb is in line to play this, right?
Is he really?
Yep.
Okay, that changes some things, but I don't like 8. I don't like 8. I don't like 7.5 either.
Okay.
Short week. But does it scare? It scares me about a get-right game. Look at what they did to the Falcons after the Broncos loss.
They did. Mm-hmm.
This would have been my survivor pick if the Bills would not have crapped the bed for me against Jacksonville. If I would have made it into Week 12.
Hashtag thanks, Josh Allen.
Yep. Hashtag no thank you.
No thank you.
No thanks, Tom Hanks.
No thanks,
Hashtag
Tom
no
Hanks.
thanks, Tom Hanks. Not thankful for you, Josh Allen, this year. After Drinksgiving.
After Thanksgiving. Yeah. Man, 7.5 is a lot.
It's a lot. I don't like it. I'm gonna say if I'm pushing towards the Raiders. All right, the Bills and the Saints. This is the one we talked about. This is it for the Bills.
Yeah. Kitchen sink.
Do you think the Bills are going to kind of look at the way the Eagles did against the Saints and just be like, hey, Allen, it's about time you use your legs.
Yeah, we got to move you around
You're
a little
not staying in the pocket is not part of our thing. By the way, we did give you that stat that it bets that over 50% of the public money that are coming in. They're 24-7 since 2005. 61% of the money is coming in from the average people.
They can't run the ball at all unless it's Josh Allen.
Dallas. But yeah, I know. And it's indoors. I feel like I say this like about one team every week, but their receivers can fly, especially indoors on turf. It's like a team that's made for indoor, but they play in Buffalo.
Outdoor. Yeah. All the games are indoor.
Huh?
All the games are indoor.
What do you mean?
All the games are indoors this tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I just thought about it in my head. Said it out loud.
Yeah. 79% of the bets are coming in on Buffalo. This is currently at, from Elite Sportsbook, it's at -6. That is going to be the one. If you like Buffalo, bet it now. Because we're already seeing the numbers coming in. And what we're seeing is, where did I do with it there? 84% of the handle, that means the money. That means the sharps are not too. Are already in on this game. And we've seen this line somewhere across the industry move to 6.5. So right now it's at 6. It has moved somewhere in some of the industry to 6.5. 79% of the public money is coming in on the Bills. So that's where I'm at. How do you feel? Do you concur or do you feel differently on any of those?
Oh, the Dallas one's tough.
I agree.
I kind of like that get right thing. The Raiders got to be playing with some pride, though, right? They still make the playoffs.
Do you know how bitter and how much I hold on to things? I'm still remembering 2 years ago when I bet on Dallas to cover and the Bills came in and just mopped him.
Yep.
2 years ago on Thanksgiving, and I had to watch that, and I just thought this is the worst.
Who did the Raiders play last week? Was it the Bengals?
The Raiders?
Bengals
Yeah, they played the Bengals, and the Bengals covered. Yeah.
They both lost.
Yeah.
We said all these teams are coming off a loss, right? Every single team is coming off a loss.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's true.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. For the Bills,
I like the Bills pick just with the points.
They've got to win this game.
With
it's
the
like,
points,
that's
well,
it, guys. Like,
and that's just my. Was it Trevor Siemian? Is that the quarterback?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. That's just my dislike for him as the starting quarterback. Not saying he can't ball a little bit. I mean
this is
Peyton's
a motivation.
making him a little bit better, but
yeah, but this is a motivation thing. Like if you're McDermott, you go in there and you're like, listen, it's time to stop dicking around.
Yeah.
Like a week one loss, that was one thing.
Do your job.
Yeah, the week one loss is one thing. Jacksonville one is terrible, and then Indianapolis, like they just embarrassed us at home.
Just because you came out this year as a Super Bowl favorite and a possible being there this year, or AFC Championship favorite, does not mean people are just going to lay down and hand it to you.
This is why we practice in in preseason. Because now look at it: New England at Tampa Bay, Carolina at New England, Atlanta, New Jersey, New York Jets. It's not an easy run after this.
No.
And New England's got a big game, and they're going to cover the spread against Tennessee this week. By the way,
you like that?
I do.
Yeah.
I have there's no reason not to have faith in New England.
I'm
doing
here with that.
And go against Tennessee.
You're absolutely right.
I know it's that the one that's tough is the Raiders and the Cowboy one, and it's hard to go against the favorites, and it's but Dallas 8-2 against the spread, Vegas just 4-6, and they have not looked good at lately. Over under for that game is 51. The over under for the Bears Lions is 41.5. You said 10-point victory?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
The Bears need to get to 24 to make that 10 victory. I think they can do that. Huh. Yeah, those are the games I like. I'm still leaning more to. I'm not like big on like, hey, I have to bet every game. Raiders are going to be this way, but I do like the Bears covering the 3, and I like the Bills covering the -6. All right, let's go to those Sunday games. Mention the Patriots, -6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that game.
Yeah, they're going to figure out how to squash the Titans. They really are. Belichick's going to pretty much hand them.
Majority of the money is coming in on the Patriots to cover this at 82%, meaning the pros are coming in on there. There are some people that are looking at Tennessee and thinking that they're going to write this, and that's too many points, and that's the average people. They're at 51-49%. The bets are coming in at this. So if you don't want to worry about that, money line is -265. Houston hosts the New York Jets. God, if you have to, and it's -2.5, I like the Texans in this. Tyrod Taylor looks legit.
Yeah, a lot better than what anybody else has looked like.
You take Tyrod Taylor over Mike White any day.
It's Zach Wilson.
Oh yeah, that's right. Zach Wilson.
Mike White and Joe Flacco
are
COVID protocol.
Yeah.
And Joe Johnson's back.
Yeah, Josh
Johnson.
Love it.
Joe Johnson's the basketball player.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I love it. Yeah. So there's might be a play for if Zach Wilson might get the early hook for Josh Johnson.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a stay away game then. Who knows what's going to happen down there in Houston?
Josh Johnson versus Tyrod Taylor. Matchup of the week.
Yep. Couldn't pick any one of them out in a crowded room, or even if there was 2 people in the room, just those 2. You couldn't tell the difference between who's who because you just don't know who Josh Johnson is or Tyrod Taylor. But he's done a great job in Houston. Eagles at the Giants. Eagles are -3.5 on the road. We've oversold this too much about how much we love the Eagles.
Yeah, we like the Eagles a lot.
85% of the money's coming in on the Eagles. 76% of the bets on the Eagles to cover this. Eagles are 6-5 against the spread. The Giants 5-6. Yeah, 3.5 on the road. Giants are just. I don't even know what to think of them.
No, they're not heading in the right direction, is what I like to call it. Looks like we are already off-season mode in New York, which happens every year.
Tampa Bay goes to the Colts. This is at +3. Some places it's still at +3.5. So that's got to be showing me something, and I'm going to pull it up now. It doesn't make sense that it's trending that way to +3, why it hasn't moved, considering that we're seeing 74% of the money coming in on Tampa Bay and 64% come in. That had to be a very, very large figure on the Colts to move that down from 3.5 to 3, even though 26% of the money is coming in on the Colts. I actually like the Colts at +3.5. Tampa Bay is not very good on the road. Tom has not been good on the road this season.
Okay.
Lost to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Lost to the Washington football team.
Okay.
And we just saw the Colts beat the Saints. Just do what they got to do. Give it to the leading vote getter in the Pro Bowl.
All right.
That's your guy.
I'm here with it.
Yeah. Let's see. Colts are 7-4 against the spread. Tampa Bay is 4-6 against the spread. Falcons in Jacksonville.
Do you even bet this game, or you just let this dumpster fire?
There is just no way I'm touching this game. Yeah. There is no way I am touching this game.
Doesn't exist.
Let's see. It can be anywhere. Found anywhere from a pick to Atlanta -1. Seeing 63% of the tickets sold coming in on Atlanta to cover the 1. 64% of the money. So the sharps are in on Atlanta as well. Carolina at Miami.
Yep. I like Carolina. I think the defense is better.
Cam Newton.
I think the defense is better. I think Christian McCaffrey is healthy. He's a difference maker. Cam Newton's a difference maker. You know.
Yeah, this opened up at 1.5. It's moved anywhere from 2 to down to 1, so it's fluctuated back and forth. There's no real read on where the money is going. I can tell you that the number of tickets are at 71%, but the handle's kind of at 50%. It really kind of goes back and forth. So, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. let's see here. This is another one where the pros and the Joes don't know which way to go. They're both flirting around 50% or more, and or -2 or 3 here and there for the handle and the bets sold. Cincinnati's -4.5 at home. Both teams in a must-win situation. It's a divisional game. It's one of 5 divisional games this week. Pittsburgh's looking at Baltimore next week, so there's no way they're going to be looking ahead at this. Cincinnati has got the Chargers at home. They've got Cincinnati's going to have 3 games in a row going forward from here. All of them important games, though. Steelers, Chargers, and San Francisco all back-to-back. Home games. I don't like the 4.5. I'd rather take the points than Steelers. Chargers, Broncos, divisional game. Chargers are favored on the road. -2.5. I think it's -2.5. I need to check with the elite because that's usually what we refer to. Yep, 2.5 on the road, and it looks like sharp money is coming that way as well. Did the Chargers get it right? Are they back? Is Teddy Two Gloves going to do it at home?
I don't think Teddy Two Gloves does it at home.
I don't think so either. I think the Chargers are going to try to stick to what their winning ways and how they got there. Now, one of the biggest games, if not the game, I think you called it that, Vikings versus the 49ers.
Yeah, watch this game. It's going to be a fun one. I like the Niners. It's going to be a close game.
-3 at home.
I think they can cover that too. I think Minnesota does play a lot of close games, but I think a lot of things going on in Minnesota right now, especially today. It's unfortunate. Hope everybody gets right with that situation.
The defensive end is at home. He's locked in his house. He's not coming out.
Yeah, mental health is just something you never want to mess with. And it's
not
unfortunate that this is happening to them. And so
this is an ongoing situation right now as we currently speak, though, right?
I believe so.
So we know their defensive end. We know their defensive end is locked in his house. We do know there's a gun on premise, right?
Yes.
And they're just kind of waiting it out, trying to talk him down through the whole thing.
And so I think San Francisco covers this. I think that this is going to be one Minnesota who looks back and looks like they got away from them and possibly hurts their chances of making the playoffs.
Yeah. Minnesota then goes to Detroit.
You only play so many close games, right, Jay? You're going to lose by a touchdown.
They lose
once,
too
right?
many of them.
Yeah, you're going to lose by a touchdown eventually.
But they lost too many of them. That's the thing. That's going to be the thing when you go to your job evaluation. You are not winning the close games in the end. Mm-hmm. That's great. You were close. Yep. Guess who else was close? Dan Quinn last year. 8 games.
Yep.
Within a score. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, 12 games within a score. 12 games within a score, went 4-8 in those. Yep. He is not the head coach for Atlanta anymore. He had 12 games last year within one score. Absolutely. 4-8. He is not the head coach. So just saying hey, we were in it doesn't do it for anybody. Rams and Green Bay.
Has this moved to a pick'em?
I see it now as a pick'em, but I'm going to double check the Elite Sportsbook app. But I'm seeing it as a pick'em right now.
The Packers just lose a left tackle out for season left guard.
I believe so.
That's going to hurt somebody. I just don't think Aaron Rodgers let Matt Stafford come into town with any team. Never has. And beat him. I think the Packers here probably stay away from this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be, let's see, projected estimated score is right there too, 25-24 type of thing. So, the Rams are 4-6 on the year against the spread. The Packers 8-2-1 against the spread. The under is the one to take a look at. You would think this is going to be high scoring, but the Rams are going to be outside in Lambeau. Check the temperature on that. But the under has gone 3-8 in all of Green Bay's games this year. It's 5-4-1 in LA's games this year. The over under for this game is 47.5. 28-21. It's your over.
I think we're hitting the over here.
I think we're hitting the over here.
Yeah, take a look at that one. I think this Rams defense Rams offense got to figure out who they are again. Is Odell going to be a difference maker? Right away, didn't look like it. I know a little bit more practice, get a week and a half.
I think they need
practice.
that to happen too.
Losing Robert Woods, he was having a great year too, along with Cooper Kupp. I know Cooper Kupp is out here blowing blowing things out of the water. It's kind of been crazy what he's done. But, I mean, Robert Woods has opened that up for Cooper Kupp. And Odell needs to be able to do the same thing. If Odell can't open that up and he's being able to be taken care of pretty easily, then this team is – they don't run the ball. I mean, they do all right running the ball, I guess, but not as much as you see some of these other teams.
Well, you thought someone would step up when Akers went down, but there's nothing that really came out in this.
And I don't even think they want to run the ball.
Cleveland at Baltimore. AFC North.
What has happened here? It looks like my bet is just completely doesn't exist. Doesn't want to let me bet anything.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm on points bet, and this game just not popping up.
Which one?
This one, the Cleveland and Baltimore. Is
it's a Baltimore minus 3.5.
Okay. I wonder if they're just holding it back to at least know who's going to start. I heard Baker might not start now.
Oh, really? Because I think Case Keenum's a better quarterback in this.
I think Case Keenum's a better quarterback in general with a fully healthy Baker Mayfield.
This one is an iffy one. This is also one that you probably want to stay away from. 4-6-1 against the spread. Cleveland is. Ravens are 4-6 against the spread. So,
let's say Case Keenum starts, comes out, beats Baltimore. What happens?
It's a great question. Moving forward, I mean, Baker has just not looked good the last few weeks. And let's see here. They're on a bye next week. Then they have Baltimore again.
That's why we also thought that the Bears might win this past week against Baltimore because they had Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
Yes.
Which is extremely strange to play these teams that close together,
strange.
in my opinion.
I don't think there's any other division that's like this in the middle of the week.
It just had to be a scheduling thing, right? They just had to put it in.
Yeah. So Cleveland goes at Baltimore by Baltimore. If he wins that game, you may just say we're going to ride the hot hand, get him healthy, and then he has to. I mean, he went on the road and won, and I don't know. Baltimore's going to adjust and beat Case Keenum in 2 weeks. I don't think so. After playing Pittsburgh. I don't know what's going on in Cleveland, what Stefanski's doing there, but it clearly looks like they brought back Baker Mayfield way too fast. And then your Monday Night Football game, Seattle at Washington football team. We got to figure out what's going on here for Seattle.
I guess. I don't know. I think we're looking at
football team's favored on the road, but I mean Seattle plays fine on the. I mean Washington football team's favored at home. Seattle plays fine. I don't know. This is the type of one
Another one I'm staying away from.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's just a lot of games to stay away from. I like betting on the noon games this week than everything else.
Yeah, me too. Let's see. Just get the games out of the way, and then it's not even fun to do like a moneyline parlay. It's just either way, get the ones that we're gonna do it. I don't want to tease anything. It's just the toughest week for gambling there is out there. All right. Let's take a quick break. Come back and we can talk about Thanksgiving and more things that we're gonna do while we're watching these 3 games, which they're terrible, but they're almost terribly entertaining to me. So it'll be a nice little appetizer for Sunday, if you will. All right.
Give me a hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip. We are the twins from Arbar, Davenport.
And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
On ESPN 1170 AM.
An online presence was important, but now it's a necessity. Townsquare offers premium website services that get you new leads every day. Go to mylocalcustomers.com to receive a free competitive analysis to help you find more local customers online and help grow your business faster. Plus, a dedicated marketing specialist so you don't have to mess with updating a website. It's fast and easy with no contracts. Cancel at any time. Be one of the first to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on ESPN 1170 AM. Go to mylocalcustomers.com.
Skip the stores this Black Friday because the biggest Black Friday blowout is on the lot at Courtesy and Key in Moline and Kimberly and Courtesy Ford in Davenport. Doors open at 8 a.m. at all 4 locations. Purchase any vehicle and receive a 55-inch 4K smart TV for only $10. Save up to $10,000, make no payments for 90 days, get 0% financing, and payments start at just $129 a month. On top of that, we're going to give you top dollar for your trade-in. With over 50 staff and 50 TVs at our 4 locations this Black Friday, we're going to do whatever it takes. It all happens at 8 a.m. on Black Friday at Courtesy and Key in Moline and Kimberly and Courtesy Ford in Davenport.
$10,000 off 2020 Nissan Armada. 90-day deferred payments through Chrysler Capital requires credit approval. 0% financing for 84 months on select models. $129 per month. 2021 Kia Forte leases 24 months, 12,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, dock fees, and first payment. Offer not valid on previous purchases. Offers end 11/29/21. See dealer for details.
Chris Canty and Mike Golick Jr.
I also need to know where my camera is because I do need a little bit of advice for a certain friend of ours here that we have seen. Because I enjoyed watching the New York Knicks. I enjoy what they have brought to the table on all this. Evan Fournier is a great addition for this team. We have seen him bring so much to all. I just have to invite my brother in arms here to come down the road I have been on. It's time to come on home. All right? I have been given this advice by people in my life that care enough about me to help. And so that's all I want for everyone else here. Tyler Lockett made that decision this offseason. Out here balling for the Seahawks now. Like, this too can be yours if the price is right. That's all I'm saying. Like,
so, Mike, what you're saying is his jumper ain't the only thing that's fading away.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I want what's best for him. I want him to be able to go out here and thrive and look good in the process.
Canty and Golick Jr., 2 till 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Churches is adding Applewood smoked Texas cut bacon to our all-white meat chicken sandwich. Yep, these two are best flavors forever. Try our new Texas cut bacon chicken sandwiches today. Churches, bringing that down home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Mike Greenberg. Green.
So Baker Mayfield is a guy who came into this season with probably as much riding on the outcome as anybody. He's in the same draft class as Josh Allen, who's gotten paid, as Lamar Jackson, who is now setting himself up to get paid, like a Mahomesian kind of contract. And Baker is the guy, for, I think, all of the right reasons, that there was some question. Do you pay him or do you not? And he bet on himself. And if he had a huge year, which he isn't, and if the Browns had a huge year, which they aren't, then he probably stood to make like $150 million. But now what's going to happen? So they've picked up his 5th-year option. This is his 4th year. So he's got one more year. Does he go the Kirk Cousins route? Like, does he try and position himself into a place where he becomes the franchise tag guy?
Greeny, 9 till 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get access. Well, not anymore, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month and no contract. Plus, get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Don't let supporting local business be all talk. Put your money where your mouth, community is. It's time to walk the walk and keep your money local. Products and services, for business or fun, you name it. You can get it all here in the Quad Cities. So be a loudmouth about supporting local business and tell others, because every dollar we keep in the Quad Cities increases our collective success. Let's do this. Learn more at keepitqc.com. A Quad Cities Chamber initiative.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
Sounds like good. Welcome back, Don't House is Local here in ESPN 1170 AM. Oh, man. Talking about gambling is always fun, especially off the air, too. Let me ask you about this. Elite Sportsbook has some interesting player props for Thursday. Head-to-head prop match bets, okay? Total rushing yards, Thanksgiving Day matchup. So you can go to elitesportsbook.com and look for this promotion. Total rushing yards, Thanksgiving Day matchup. David Montgomery versus Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is minus 0.5, meaning he only has to have one more rushing yards than David Montgomery.
David Montgomery.
Okay.
Not overall yards. Zeke gets involved in the passing game.
Okay, I like that. Total receiving yards. We got to jump all over this. Stephon Diggs minus 7.5, meaning he's going to have 8 yards or more to cover this versus CeeDee Lamb. Don't you think one hit and CeeDee Lamb's done?
Yes.
I do too.
I completely agree with you.
You do not risk.
I like Diggs. I like Diggs more yards tomorrow. I think he's gonna have a little bit of a coming out party. I think Diggs is gonna go for like 150 tomorrow night.
I agree. This is a thing where I'm like, if you're the Cowboys and fat Jason Garrett, you keep him healthy because you've got a comfortable lead in that NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
This game's not meaning that much to you against the Raiders. Josh Allen versus Dak Prescott, minus 7.5. All right? So Josh Allen he's favored to have more passing yards than Dak Prescott. Dak against the Raiders defense. He does not have Cooper. We don't know. Gallup really didn't do much. He just second week off the IR. And CeeDee Lamb, too. Josh Allen, does he throw more passing yards than Dak Prescott? By 8.
Yes.
I think so, too. And finally, more receiving yards. TJ Hawkinson or Brian Edwards. Brian Edwards is minus 1.5. He's favored to have more receiving yards than TJ Hawkinson. Is Tim Boyle going to be able to get the ball off to TJ Hawkinson? And keep in mind, I think a week and a half ago we called this guy Braylon Edwards.
It's fun.
Because it's just fun to do.
Edwards.
Yeah, I think so too. He's going to have to check down real fast to get to Hawkinson. Timmy Boyle, man. That's a tough one. I like that they did these Thanksgiving Day specials. They need to promote it more or whatever else, but they have one out there.
I'm sure they're doing just fine with people betting.
Sorry to my friends at Elite Sportsbook, but your other promo is like player to score the longest touchdown all day long is such a long shot. Like, the ones that have the best odds are like Alvin Kamara, Stephon Diggs, Ezekiel Elliott. Has he busted one off for a big...
Oh, he gets caught
Allen
every
Robinson is at 13-1. He has the best odds.
I like Mooney. Mooney on there?
Yeah, Mooney's at 16-1. That's not bad.
There was reports, too, at the beginning of camp that Mooney and Dalton had a little bit of a connection. I know it really didn't pay off at the beginning. And
if you belong to Elite Sportsbook and you bet there, go to these Thanksgiving head-to-head prop matchups. Montgomery plus 0.5, Stephon Diggs minus 7.5, Josh Allen minus 7.5. Those are head-to-head against Montgomery against Elliott for total rushing yards. Stephon Diggs versus total receiving yards against CeeDee Lamb, and total passing yards Josh Allen. So stay away from the receiving yards from Hawkinson and Brian Edwards. I think that's where we're at. Mm-hmm. All right, Thanksgiving's upon us, my friend. What do you have to travel?
I don't. They're coming to me.
That away.
It makes no sense.
Yep.
I'm the only one that would have to drive down to Muscatine for most of my family. And they're all like, oh, we don't want to clean up our place, so we're just going to come make a mess at the top of Frickstap.
Oh, gotcha.
I got that party room up there. It's kind of convenient. It's going to be able to hold us all. I got a large family. And so it'll be a nice little day. A lot of kids.
Then what time do you guys open on Thursday?
We're not going to. Nobody really wanted to. I wasn't going to make anybody. I would have done it myself, but then I got the girlfriend's family Thanksgiving at 5 o'clock, and it's like one of her sister's birthdays too, so be a nice little celebration for her.
Take the day off. No big deal. You got a busy night tonight for
it'll be busy tonight. It'll be busy Friday. We got parties galore this weekend, so.
Oh, cool.
We got upstairs pretty booked up this weekend as well. One for the Iowa game. We got one Saturday night, one Sunday afternoon. So Everything will be right in the world if we take tomorrow off.
Everything will still stay right in the world. Yeah, you can take a day off.
Lights will
yeah.
come on Friday, I guarantee.
That's right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, tonight, again, it's
And I mean, I'm just not a big Drinksgiving guy. You know what I mean? Like, if you see me since bowling started on every Wednesday, it's damn near Blackout Wednesday as it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
I can
yeah,
do this.
Yeah, you're not making a special day.
I almost don't want to drink, you know?
I understand.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, I went from doing whatever it was going to be like family-wise to now I think I'm just keeping it like a usual Wednesday and doing the Challenge podcast. So I'll watch the Challenge, do the podcast, and I guarantee you that it will be a very dry podcast because I'm not driving from the west end of Davenport at 10 o'clock at night across town. It's
tonight.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I'm not doing that. Be smart if you are going to go out for Drinksgiving. Make sure to use the Uber or have a friend drive you. Have a designated driver.
I hope Uber's out there tonight. I know it's been hard to get Ubers in this town for quite some time now. I feel
really.
You guys doing all right in Bettendorf?
I think so, but I mean, how's the other app working? Lyft?
I don't think a lot of people could. I have been able to get good Ubers and good Lyfts.
Why don't people using Ubers now? Or why aren't people driving Ubers? They don't want to get and be in a car with someone who might have the COVID or not be vaccinated. They don't want to drive anymore.
I felt like it was easier to get a ride when everybody was complaining about COVID. You know.
Yeah, that's surprising. Wow, that sucks. I wonder if you can even heck. I wonder if you could schedule ahead.
You think you'd be able to?
Like maybe someone's like, yeah, I'm going to be working that time. I'll make sure I'm there.
Pick me up at 1.
Yeah. Just need to. I'm just letting you know now. I'm going home, or you don't even need to be out that late.
No, you absolutely don't. Nothing good happens past midnight.
It's actually true. It's just something that was told to us when we were kids, and we're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get older, and you're like, yeah, nothing good happened after that. Thanksgiving wise, I saw an interesting thing. They had a hot take, unpopular opinion. Ham's better than turkey on Thanksgiving.
What do you think?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna smash them both.
Yeah.
With mashed potatoes and gravy on top.
Yep. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
What was that? That Patriots defensive end said that macaroni and cheese is not a Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I'm a little offended. I'm making the mac and cheese for tomorrow, so I'm a little offended.
I didn't grow up with it being a side, so it doesn't really bother me. But I really like mac and cheese, so.
Oh, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the one crazy thing about it is both of my kids learned how to feed themselves, like the shells and cheese that you'd put in the microwave.
Yeah.
And neither one of them eat macaroni and cheese now, which is annoying because I think every kid should eat I think everyone should eat macaroni and cheese out of a box. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when you get older, when you can cook, you make your own homemade mac and cheese. So I don't care what he said about that. I'm sure it got a rise out of some people. It's much. I'd rather have that type of debate and topics on social media than what we've been dealing with over the past weekend. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Got to give me some Hawaiian rolls. King's Harvest.
Yeah.
I like those. I got one for you.
What do you like?
I'd rather have stovetop stuffing than homemade stuffing.
All right, I'm here. I can do that with you.
Yeah.
Stovetop. It's not bad.
It's not at all. Yeah.
Oh. I already texted my sister too. She makes the deviled eggs. I'm like, hey, I just want a side order, so one I can just take home and not share with everybody.
That's nice. Yeah.
So those are coming.
I was at the grocery store last week and they had stovetop for sale, but it was only 2, and I was like, I'll just keep this around. If I ever just wanted to decide to make a turkey or whatever else, I just have stuffing around. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good time. It's Thanksgiving. Don't be too hungover for tomorrow when you get to be with your family.
No, that's never fun for anybody.
I know Pints will be open tomorrow night. Obviously, we're opening up today. We'll be open tomorrow night. We'll be open up early. You as well for on Friday.
Absolutely.
For the Iowa game. Weather looks good for today and tomorrow, and pretty much to the weekend. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, it should be a good time. I like Thanksgiving. This is not. I usually have a opinion on holidays. I don't have a strong one either way.
I just want people to be smart tonight. That's what I always worry about.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I always have an opinion about.
This is it's a very American holiday. So I think I lean more towards how much I like it. It's kind of like 4th of July. I mean, 4th of July, you blow up things, and this one, you just eat a lot and watch football. I mean, those are American things right there.
Oh yeah, I had to check with the girlfriend. I was like, hey, at your family's house, you guys watch football, right? We're gonna have some issues.
Because are they not
No, they're gonna watch football.
Okay.
She said we'll put it on for you in the background.
Oh, in the back, but yeah,
not in the back, but like everybody's gonna be hanging around the kitchen area, and I'll be like, looking in the living room through my side eye.
I can tell you this: when it's all said and done, the football maybe about that's a 7:30 kickoff. That game. When is it? When is that game on Thursday? The last one. That's it. Yeah, sorry, 7:20.
The anniversary of the Buck fumble.
Yes, it is. At some point, 7:20. I think probably roughly around 9 o'clock with the kids. I'm going to put in HBO Max's 8-Bit Christmas.
Okay.
So it's kind of a Christmas movie, but it's a brand new movie, and it's a cross between A Christmas Story. This is how it was described by Neil Patrick Harris. Christmas Story, Princess Bride, and The Goonies. And it's about how this kid's, and it's based in the late 80s, and how this kid's trying to get a Nintendo. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
So
I know kids trying to get PS5s right now.
Yeah.
Your kids?
Sure. Yeah. My son wants all that stuff. Here's one. I looked at my daughter's Christmas list. About to turn 12.
Do you know what any of it is?
Oh, some of it.
Yeah.
The one that I was like, mini fridge for my room.
Shoot us?
No, anything. Yeah, like you're not in a dorm.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you want a mini
sodas?
fridge?
You want some sodas in your room?
What's going on here that you can't go down a flight of stairs to go get a lemonade or whatever else? Like, why do you need a mini fridge?
Don't ask me, Jay. I know nothing about 12-year-old girls.
I know. Trust me. I know nothing about them either. They're all goofy, just like the rest of them. They're all sisters, Willie. Yep. Any movies that you suggest over the weekend that you would, if you're pulling anything out?
No, I'm saving my excitement for Spider-Man here in a couple weeks.
What's that?
Spider-Man here in a couple weeks.
Hey, why do I not know what you're talking about?
You don't know Spider-Man No Way Home's coming out?
Is this an animated one again?
No, it's the.
Does he go to England or something?
Tom Holland. Yeah, no, it's the December 17th, so I'm saving up on.
Is it gonna be just in theaters only?
I think the release is in theaters only. Yeah.
Oh, that should be fun.
This is the one where everybody, it's going to have Tobey Maguire and whoever played, yeah. It's supposed to have whoever played that second Spider-Man guy. I can't remember that guy's name off the top of my head.
Garfield. Andrew Garfield.
Okay, yeah, yep.
He's going to be in it too?
Yep, they're all supposed to be in it.
As?
Spider-Man, because it's supposed to be different universes popping up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There's one where it's like Dr. Oz is comes out and in the trailer and he's like, "You're not Peter Parker," because it's not Peter Parker that he's used to.
Yeah. Is the editor of the Daily Planet or the Bugle still angry all the time?
I don't know.
Is it the same guy, but he's just angry still all the time for no reason? That guy, man, he's got something else. All right, well, we can cut it short today because we can. Adrian, enjoy your Thanksgiving, my friend.
You too, absolutely.
I'll see you on Monday. I'll talk to you in between. Send me your text when you're going to be gambling here. I don't want to read afterwards. I want to follow along.
It's an everyday thing.
I know, but I want to make some money too, and then so
it doesn't always work, Jay. And then I'm gonna feel bad.
No, don't feel bad. I just feel like I might put some bad mojo on it or whatever else, and then I'd be like, wait, just stop sending me because it's obviously me, not you. So anyway, all right, enjoy yourselves, Quad City. Stay safe, stay sanitized. Good luck today. Good luck every day. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Be thankful. Be nice to each other.
Stay safe tonight.
Listen to me. Whatever you're doing on Black Friday, I know you're trying to find a deal, but so is the person next to you. There's no need for road rage. There's no need to back up 53rd. There is a need every time, though, when you're heading on Elmore going north to 53rd to keep going right and not stop at that light. Just go ahead and merge. There is a need for that because that's what it's for. All right, Quad Cities, take care. We will see you guys on Monday.
Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
It's Menard's last 11% rebate sale of 2021, and it's a great time to update your appliances. We offer America's favorite brands, including Whirlpool, Amana, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Criterion. Check out the huge in-stock selection to take home today at the lowest prices. Upgrade to new energy-efficient appliances and save now during Menard's last 11% rebate sale of 2021. Good until November 24th. Savings or mail-in rebate, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Since 1978, Advantage Advertising has been your one and only choice for promotional products and corporate apparel, all with your company's logo. At Advantage Advertising, you'll find